Stefanik.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, General Campbell. It's great to see you again. I had the opportunity to visit with you in November on a congressional delegation. I was able to visit with soldiers that I represent in the 10th Mountain Division at Fort Drum. I wanted to talk to you about, in your testimony today, you discussed the fact that terrorist organizations are no longer siloed, that it's much more of a terrorist network. To what extent is ISKP recruiting current and former members of the Taliban? In your testimony a couple months ago, you assessed that ISKP was evolving from nascent to operationally emergent. How would you describe that progress today, and how does that impact the security conditions on the ground?
Ma'am, thanks for the visit. Thanks for the great 10th Mountain Division that continues to remain there today. Daesh, ISKP continues to recruit and really started from in Afghanistan disenfranchised members of the TTP or the Pakistani Taliban. That was really the core, and the senior leadership of ISKP continues to come from TTP. They have gained other members of the Taliban that may have become, that see the success that happened in Syria and Iraq. They see more money, so they want to join something like that. They've been able to use that to the benefit using social media to recruit. President Ghani, I said in the past, talked about Al-Qaeda being Windows 1.0 and Daesh being Windows 7.0 when it comes to social recruiting. It has made a difference on the battlefield. They've continued to grow. February, March timeframe, I did say nascent, Operation Emergent is what I said back in October. They continue to be about the same place. I don't think they have the ability today to attack Europe, to attack the homeland. I think if left unchecked, they would have that ability. They have expressed that they want to attack Americans, that they want to attack the homeland. And so everything that we can do to make sure they can't do that, we'll get after that. The ability to go after ISIL, as we've done in the last week and a half or so, I think has made a significant impact on their leadership and on their ability to continue to form in Nangarhar, particularly Achin and Debala districts of Nangarhar. And we'll continue to work that piece. The Taliban and Daesh fight each other, or have fought each other. It has caused the Taliban to move resources, as I mentioned in the opening statement, away from other areas to fight ISIL and Nangarhar, and that has an impact on the battlefield. But let's make no doubt about it, they have expressed desire to attack the United States, to kill Americans, to attack Europe. They want to do what's happened in Syria and Iraq and gain ground in Afghanistan. They want to take over Jalalabad, build into Kunar province, to establish the Khorasan province, which is Afghanistan, part of Pakistan, Central South Asia. So there's no doubt they want to do that, and they're going to continue to work toward that. It is very hard, I think, as we move forward to see the difference between the networks out there of all the terrorists. Many of them provide different types of support to each other in many of the ungoverned areas, both in Pakistan and Afghanistan. And I think Pakistan has done a lot of stuff in the last year, very courageously, from General Raheel, the Chief of the Army, to have pack mill operations in Pakistan. But the result of that has driven a lot of that into Afghanistan, and the Afghan forces have had to deal with that as well. So, we'll continue to stay after this. But ISIL, we have to continue, or ISKP, Daesh, we have to continue to keep pressure on, or it will grow to where we do not want it to be.
Thank you for that answer. I want to shift gears here to, you noted three capabilities: logistics, intelligence, and close air support that the Afghan security forces need to further develop. Can you specifically discuss metrics in 2016 that you were looking for to see improvements? What specifically are you looking for in those three capabilities areas?
Yeah, simple things like in the logistics realm, they have, every day the Afghans ask me for more of this, more of that, certain leadership down at lower levels, and they have the equipment, they have the ammunition. It's a matter of leadership, it's a matter of supply distribution, so we're taking a holistic look at their entire supply system on how we can make it easier for them to be able to provide the right logistic support for all of their forces. Sometimes what we do is we go into a place and we make it too hard. We impose our systems and processes, and we find out that they're just not capable of having that same type of system, so we have to adjust. Not everybody in Afghanistan can read or write. Not everybody in Afghanistan has the ability to get on a computer and have all their logistic supplies and move of their logistics supplies based on the network that we have here in the United States. So we have to adjust. And what I tell our advisors all the time is keep it simple. You know, do everything we can to keep it simple. So in many areas that we thought we were doing a good job, we have to go back and ask ourselves, you know, was that the right way to do it? Logistics is a hard area, but I think simple things like taking logistics from point A, getting it to point B, getting it to the people on the ground is a pretty simplistic measure, but that's what we're looking at. In close air support, it's really about gaining the ability to fly both day and night. We got to continue to work. 2016 getting them to fly at night is going to be very, very important as we go forward. In the intelligence place, I think, in the intelligence arena, having them continue to build upon MOD, MOI, NDS, their intel agency, working together to take a look from the strategic level all the way down to the tactical level, I think will make a big difference. They've formed a fusion cell earlier this year that they've never had intel fusion cell at the strategic level, and that's starting to make a difference now as it takes strategic intelligence from all the different agencies and pumps that out to the special operating forces so they can prosecute a target, and that's making a difference.
I'm over my time. I yield back.